It is spring and I am feeling peachy. If you want to find out how to do this look, then just stay tuned. Welcome back to Beauty News with Angela Cruz. Let's get started. First, I prime my face with Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer. I spread that all over my skin using my clean fingers. Next, I take my Hourglass Immaculate Liquid Powder Foundation. It's mattifying and oil-free. Next, I use my Artis Royal Palm Brush in gold to blend in the product and to give me that airbrushed finish. I love this brush so much because it doesn't have bristles, it has fibers. Because the head of the brush is larger, it covers more surface area on your face, so that way you can finish your foundation much more quickly and still have that flawless airbrush look. Next, I double prime my lids. If I don't double prime my lids, then my eyeshadow is going to crease. Today I'm using the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion in the original formula, as well as the NYX Proof It Waterproof Eyeshadow Primer. My latest obsession is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer because it really does live up to all of the hype. It was in my monthly beauty favorites video last month. I will link to that above. And all I do is put it on my under eye area as a regular concealer. I'm not using it to highlight today. I just want to get rid of that darkness under my eyes. Then I'm going in with Nye Banana Powder and I'm sprinkling that in a mirror that's clean, and I'm using a wet beauty blender and I bounce that all over my face. Now, I'm gonna look a little crazy here, but you gotta forgive me. I learned from Patrick Starr. I'm obsessed with the way that he bakes his face with all of the powder. He lets it sit for like 10 to 20 minutes, and I really have seen a big difference in the level of oil that my skin produces throughout the day. If I do this with the damp beauty blender and the Nye Banana Powder, I get a lot less oily, so that's really what I want. Don't be scared, I know I look cray, but for me, this is just what I have to do to make it work. Still with that damp beauty blender, I'm going in with the Illuminating Face Highlighter Set in Rose Quartz. This is by Vintage. I think that these two colors are so pretty. Today I'm using the pink because I want more of that spring look. Using a damp beauty blender or even a damp highlighter brush makes all of the difference. It makes the highlighter just pop a lot more. I'm speeding up the part where I fill in my brows. I'm using Benefit's Goofproof Brow Pencil. Nobody wants to watch that. It's a little bit boring. Now, here's a trick that I have been using on a regular basis. It makes such a big difference. Basically, I'm taking Scotch tape and I first apply it to the back of my hand so that the adhesive is not as sticky or pulling on the skin. And I actually use that to make my edges of my shadow look a little more sharp. Taking the Kylie Cosmetics Royal Peach palette in the shade Sorbet with the brush that came with the palette, I'm going in a windshield wiper motion in the crease. The second shade I'm going in with is Sandy. I love this shade. It's kind of like a neutral taupe, so that's going right on top of that Sorbet shade. Next, I'm taking a clean, fluffy brush in the shade Cinnamon. I'm going in with that on the outer V of my eye, kind of dragging it in without applying more product on the brush. Then I'm spraying MAC Fix Plus on a flat brush. I'm going in with the shimmer shade Seashell. Say that 5 times fast. Shimmer shade Seashells. Shimmer shade. Blah. So this shade is very pretty. I'm going to pack it on the bottom part of my lid. Then taking a small stiff brush, I'm going in with that gorgeous blue. It's called Royal. That's going to be my lower waterline shader. I had to pull out my Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basics palette. I have to use this whenever I use the Royal Peach palette because I like my outer crease to be a little more defined with a darker shade. I just think that it makes a big difference to make the finish look a little more polished. I'm going in with the shade Lockout and Magnet. Then I pull off the tape and without putting any more product on the brush, I'm just blending out that harsh line. Then I'm going in with that flesh tone shade Pregame. I'm using it on the top of my crease to kind of blend out the obvious line there as well. That's another trick I like to do. It just kind of pulls everything together. Now I'm going back to the Royal Peach palette, back in with that color Seashell. That's going to be the start of my inner corner highlight. Now I'm going in with Mally Beauty Evercolor Shadow Stick Extra in the shade Champagne on top of that for my inner corner highlight, so it's really gonna pop. Then using Revlon's Photoready Kajal pencil in the shade Dark Brown, I'm lining my waterline on top of that royal blue color. Then I'm using Aurora's liquid liner in black to create my wing. I am curling my lashes, applying mascara. This is Urban Decay's Perversion. While my mascara is setting, I am contouring using the Shade and Light palette by Kat Von D. Just, you know, the typical thing I do under my cheekbones, down the sides of my nose, and warming up my hairline. Then I'm using an angled blush brush with the Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush by Tarte in the shade Blissful. Super flattering color, very peachy. I'm applying my favorite false lashes. I'm lining my lips with Bare Minerals Gen Nude Under Over Lip Liner in the shade Freestyle. This is my favorite lip liner. Then I'm using Bare Minerals Gen Nude Liquid Lipstick in the shade Swag. And this is the final look. I love you guys so much. Thank you for tuning in. Be sure you subscribe. I try to come out with content at least once a week. I tend to upload on Sunday nights. Stay tuned to my channel. Be sure you're following me on all social media at Angela Cruz Tube, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.